Today's subject is how to increase your credit lines every 90 days. Now, most people don't know about that. So, because they don't know about dealing with banks, part of this video below is the PDF. The PDF on how to become bank compliant. Banks run on 90-day cycles. In fact, most financial institutions run on 90-day cycles. And what do I mean? At the end of 90 days, it's called a quarter. A quarter is where they have to become accountable to their shareholders of the corporation to see how they've done. If they've done great, hey, everything, hey, applause. If they've done bad, boos, we got to change management, we got to change something, we got to change strategy. So that's every 90 days. You, as a business owner, want to take advantage of that as much as possible because it will help you increase your business lines of credit. So here's what we're going to do. As you know, as a business owner, we keep things very organized. At least I do. We have something called bank compliance. Part of this video below, as I said in all my videos, it's big bank compliance. With bank compliance, we want to keep track of, for every credit card that we have, and for every business account that we have. Again, I recommend you be with at least five different banks. This is my opinion. It's time for a bank every 90 days. Excuse me. No more than 3 banks every 90 days. So we can get put in check systems, of course. And what we want to do is that with that banker, we want to know their name, their address, their email address for that bank. So if you have 5 different banks, that means 5 different names. So say Brad, Steve, Mike, Bob, and Jim. All right, for all 5. We have their email address. So we know that with each account, we might have, let's say, $25,000 with each one. Real simple. It's $125,000 business lines of credit. When I get to our goal is to get to at least 100 with each one, but we're at 25 right now. We're going to call them up on the 1st or at the end of that 90-day cycle, and we're going to say to them, hey, you know, I've been with your bank for X, Y, and Z period of time. Really enjoy it. Thank you so much for the services, yada, yada, yada. I would like to increase my bank lines of credit. But they're going to ask you by how much. He says, oh, not that much. We're going to ask for the moon, because if we ask for the moon, we might get, you know, hit the mountain. So I said, well, we like to at least double it if possible. See what they come back with. And they're going to say, okay, let's check back. We have all my information right there. You've done what I told you previously to do. Making sure that you maintain your corporation, you're getting more lines of credit, you're with other corporations, everything else. They're going to come back and say, oh, we can't do double. But what we can do is that we can increase it another 10,000. You're like, great, thank you very much, I appreciate it. So now you went from 25,000 to 35,000. You're going to do that with each banker. Some will say yes, some will give you 50. Some will say, no, we can only do, Charles, give us back, call back in a month, I can maybe do 5. Hey, great, I'll take the 5. So what you're doing is that you're increasing because they run by 90-day cycles. Now here's a secret. The reason why they'll increase you sometimes is because they have goals to reach. So imagine this. They had a poor quarter. Their manager comes into them and says, Jim, we need to increase our business lines of credit. How are you doing it? And the guy's like, well, we're doing marketing, we're calling people, we need to increase it by another 25% by the end of the quarter. You better get on it. So Jim goes back and says, okay, I got to get some new customers. I don't know what else I'm going to do. So you call him up and you say, hey, Jim, this is Acme, tool shop. Hey, Acme, how's it going today? I need to increase my lines of credit. Jim goes, great. I can help get my goal. How much do you need? You're looking at? We're looking at doubling, 25,000. He looks back at it, notices a few things that you did or didn't do that I told you for building your lines of credit. If it's done everything I tell you to do, he goes, oh, great. Okay, here's another 25,000. Thank you. I appreciate it, Jim. So Jim is closer to his goal because each one of the bankers has goals to reach, and their goals are reevaluated every 90 days. See, they're in the business to loan out money. They're in the business to have lines of credit. They're in the business to show activity, to make sure there's turnover in activity. No activity, they're not making money. They're in the business of making money. So why not use that to your advantage? You do it with the credit cards, you do it with the bank lines of credit, and you do it with other issuers of credit that I talked about, either net 30 or revolving credit, every 90 days. Why again? Because they work on 90-day cycles. Again, by the quarter. That's why if you watch CNBC, Bloomberg, some of the other financial channels, you read the papers like Financial Times of London, Wall Street Journal, Barron's, Investor Daily, 90-day cycles. It's the quarter. How are we doing this quarter? Do we go up? Do we go down? Are we increasing? Are we decreasing? Reevaluate strategy every 90 days. Reevaluate planning every 90 days. How close are we to the goal that we set back at the beginning of the year? Are we above or are we below? If we're below, we got to increase activity. We got to do something. If we're above, hey, great, we're doing great. Don't have to increase activity as much. We're ahead of schedule. Don't have to increase as much. But you as a business owner always want to use that to your advantage every 90 days. So we should have on the 90-day anniversary or at the bank's 90-day cycle, depending on what's closer or a little farther away, you want to have your listing. So let's say you have your listing of 15 different institutions, maybe 5 banks, 5 credit card companies with those banks, because they're going to give you a credit card. They want you to have a credit card anyway. And let's say 5 different credit cards that are not tied to that bank. Plus you have maybe a listing of your net 30 and your revolving credit also. So let's say another 10 there. So I'm not trying to overwhelm you. You're going to sit down 8 a.m. in the morning, call them up. I'm requesting additional line of credit, click. I'm requesting additional line of credit, click. I'm requesting additional line of credit, click. I'm requesting additional line of credit. You're going to do that for each one every 90 days. And you will start to increase the amount of credit lines available for your corporation. You'll go from anywhere from, 35,000 ain't no money, but having those 35,000, 100,000, 200,000, 400,000, $500,000 and more in business lines of credit over a short period of time. And again, as I said previously, it's far easier to do that than taking your own money, sticking it into a business, having your wife look at you with a side eye, the kids looking at you sideways, here go daddy again, going to spend all this money on this business idea that he had. And then guess what? As soon as that money's gone, it's gone. That means that the banks don't want to deal with you. Nobody wants to deal with you because you're coming from a position of weakness. See, in the real world, people don't want to deal with people who are coming from a strength, or at least as an equal. If you don't have any money and you're trying to do this big thing, people look at you like you're so odd. It's like, how are you going to do that? Where's the money coming from? Well, I'm kind of in a hope that nobody wants to deal with that. But if you come in and says, well, I have $500,000 here on the side, plus I have large lines of business credit. It doesn't even have to be $500,000, it could be $25,000, plus I have large lines of business credit. So, okay, now we can deal with you because it shows that you know what you're doing. When you don't know what you're doing, that's when you come to the business, you're like, well, I went into debt for this thing and I don't have any money, so can you help me? Everybody's like, bye-bye, no, I can't help you. So I'm here to help you deal with it from a thing of strength. I want you to be strong because the U.S. economy depends on you being strong, or your country's economy depends on you being strong as a business owner. Because if you're strong as a business owner, you can make better decisions for your country, your people, your county, your city, and more importantly, your family. So, reach out to me, charles@businessdata123.com, info@businessdata123.com, so I can help you. And again, summarizing this whole video is that you want to approach your banker. It doesn't have to just be your banker, but everyone who's giving you credit every 90 days. Why do I say every 90 days? Because business around the world runs on 90-day cycles. A 90-day cycle is a quarter. It's every quarter. They report to their stockholders. They report to their shareholders. This is how the business is doing. Either we're up, either we're down, but we have to reevaluate strategy. Every 90 days, they go back and reevaluate strategy. You want to use this to your benefit to increase your company and to increase your lines of credit. Give me a call. I work one-on-one with companies, work group calls with companies, and we also do webinars. I look forward to helping you soon, and here's to increasing the credit of your corporation. Have